What is going on, everybody? It is your homie, Being Big. And today we are back at it again with another Two
Two
Boys
boys
Suck
suck
Narutoes. I forgot it
Narutoes.
was called that for a second. I was about to
Yeah, I know,
mess
me
that
too.
up.
I remembered like last second.
I was like, oh yeah, it is, it is a garbage name. That's right.
Yeah, it's the worst name that we have
It
that
is
we've
the
come up
worst.
with for
It
a
is.
series.
Just
And I feel
about to
like we
rename the
still can't.
entire series in
I feel
post.
like we still can't come up with a better one, even this far.
Nah, bro.
This far into.
Two boys Hokages. Two boys.
Nope.
Two boys.
Nope.
Just two boys review Naruto. Fuck you. Anyways, just keep it basic. Huh?
Fair. Um,
We're back
Today we're back with
after like a week
the
off.
second,
The
kind of
last,
second
yeah,
half.
second half.
Second half of the war arc, yeah,
Second
because I
half of
guess
the war.
after this, so what we're
Yeah, this
covering
won't be
is
the
after this
finale.
war.
We've decided, but
No, we were gonna do this all in one video,
but there's a
but then
lot.
then we like went through the through the wiki again, and it's like,
There's so much that happens, dude. And then like if we wanted to give our whole thoughts on the series, that's gonna take like probably like
another like
20
hour,
minutes.
yeah,
Yeah, 30,
20,
30
20,
minutes.
20, 30 minutes.
I don't know. I don't remember how long it took us for Bleach to do that.
I feel like not that long, but
But like,
yeah.
yeah.
So we're just gonna cover, I think, 70 chapters
Instead of
in
chapters,
this
dude.
one. About 70 chapters.
Shouldn't be that hard. I'm gonna try and string us along a little bit, sort of metal out some of the details that are unimportant.
Yeah, just to warn, this video might be a little a little off 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 topic a couple
Well,
times.
yeah, it's hard. It gets a little. There's a lot of shit
This
that gets revealed in all of this, so
Yeah, this arc is very busy and everything. A lot of things happen very
it is
fast.
extremely busy. Yeah. Yeah, but last time we left off, Obito got revealed to be
Yep. Toby got revealed to
Toby
be
got to revealed to be
Obito.
Obito, the masked man, the man behind the slaughter.
Imagine his name, just him just removing, just changing some letters around in his name.
Yeah, he just put the toe in front of his name.
True.
Like he put the toe, put it in front, toe, B.
Yep.
Yeah, that literally,
Really did.
what a fucking genius, right? Like,
to be fair, everybody thought he was dead. So
true. Still should have been the ramen guy. I'm like, firm. It should have been the ramen guy, man. Like, holy fuck, what a fucking reveal that would have been.
Oh god.
Ramen guy. But
Yeah.
we sort of start this. Madara
Madara
shows
and
up.
Obito, they know each
Yeah.
other. They're like, he's like, yo, what's up, Obito?
Yeah, they sort of. Madara shows up. You know, he clapped the other Kages. We see Tsunade sort of into, like literally into.
Yeah, he's like, if you're here, what happened to the Kage? And Madara's like,
Use your imagination.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I don't think that they're doing too well. And then we look at Tsunade, and she's just
like in two pieces.
Like, she's like her upper body. We get a close up shot of her upper body, and it's like oh, okay, she's fine. She's just crushed under like a giant tree, and then it cuts out, and then it like pans out, and her legs are on the other side of the giant ass tree.
Yeah.
Like very far apart from where they should be.
Yeah, that shit is really fucking crazy, actually.
And all the other Kage are just not.
Yeah,
Not
she's
that
just
good
like
spot either.
her slug is like, I gotta heal you, and she's like, no, I gotta save them first.
Yeah, save the other Kage.
So yeah, that's what she's up to. And then yeah, so Obito is like, oh yeah, this is, if you need a reason as to why I am like this now, Kakashi, is because you didn't save Rin. We sort of get a little flashback here of Obito after what happened, essentially. He woke up in the past. I mean, he woke up in the past. He woke up after he got crushed.
He woke in the past.
And he meets an old ass Madara Uchiha. Like this man's old as fuck. This man's got to be like 80 or 90 at this point or something crazy like that.
I think he's older than that even.
I don't know how. I'm very bad. The dates in Naruto are very confusing to me.
Well, because let's see. By the time we're on the fourth, right?
Yeah.
So Hashirama was long dead.
Yeah.
So he was like, yeah, like he was Hashirama's age, right?
True.
About, and so Hashirama was like probably died around like 50 or 60 or something like that. I don't know how old Hashirama got. And since then we've had like 4 Hokage. I don't know, average Hokage. Your average Hokage lasts like what, 50 years maybe.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's probably been about like 150 years, right? Thinking.
I don't fucking know. It's
Let's
gotta
see.
be.
How old is Onoki?
Fuck, that's a good question.
That man's like
Yeah, it's old,
80,
but he's not. He has to.
90?
No, he can't, cause okay, he's in Boruto. Like he's still alive in Boruto. So how long do Naruto characters live for though? Like how old can they live? This is
Shit, I don't know.
intense
This is a good question.
Alright, you know, it doesn't
Madara's
fucking
old.
matter. Madara's old as fuck, alright? And he's like, yeah, I kept you alive. And Obito's like, cool. And then he sort of heals Obito because he put Hashirama cells in him. Because everybody
Yeah.
fucking gets Hashirama cells.
Yeah, he put like half like the crushed half of Obito is now Zetsu. He put like
Yeah.
Zetsu bits onto, which he does reveal were made out of Hashirama cells,
Yeah.
kind of pseudo Hashirama clones.
And then he was like, you're gonna repay me. And Obito was like, fuck you, bro. I'm gonna escape this place once I'm strong enough. And then I'm gonna never look back.
Yep.
And then one day, one of the Zetsus is like, yo, your teammates Kakashi and Rin are in some trouble. And Obito's like, I bet I'm gonna break out of this place right now. And he sort of fuses himself some more like with Black Zetsu. Or, I don't remember, was it? It was White Zetsu.
It was the spiral Zetsu,
the
like the one that
Zetsu, yeah.
the one that looks like Toby,
Yeah.
the original Toby.
Oh fuck! Yeah, that's right. And,
Yeah.
And then he goes off, and so they escape the thing because he can just go to ground and shit. And then when he makes it right on the battlefield is when Kakashi fucking stabs Rin through the fucking chest.
Right.
And then he's like, no way. And then him and Kakashi get the Mangekyo at the same fucking time, like simultaneously.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, and then Kakashi can't handle it, but
Yeah.
Obito just goes wild.
Yeah, Kakashi passes out afterwards, and then Obito just murders all the shinobi who were after them. Just like, and I save this panel, and he's like, man, what is the meaning of life? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm living in hell.
Yeah, he's like, what? Yeah, he's like, what is this place? And I'm like, he's like, I figured it. I figured out where I am. I'm in hell.
I'm in hell. Yeah.
And he's like in a puddle of blood, like in a lake of blood. Fucking, just wherever the hell, whoever the hell like was part of that battle that Takashi was fighting.
Yeah.
I think Cloud Ninja or something. I don't remember.
Mhm. And yeah, that's so he was like he goes back to Madara, and that's when Madara's like, okay, wear this mask and you will have my name. Because Madara's about to die.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're gonna bring me back when the time is right using the Rene Rebirth. Yeah, and that's how they basically plan it out. After that, he becomes Toby. And he joins.
It's also
and shit.
Yeah, it's also when it's revealed that Madara went and somehow fucking ripped one of his eyes out to give it to
give it to
Nagato.
Nagato, yes. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why he specifically chose Nagato.
He could have just given them to Obito. Obito just could have carried them shits around for him.
Yeah,
like he was gonna put them. He was gonna take them back anyways to revive him.
Yeah,
I guess
I think
he was
he
just
need
controlling Nagato, but yeah.
I think he wanted like the Uzumaki, something to do with like the Uzumaki blood.
I think he wanted the seal because because Karen, not Karen. Well, yes, Karen, but we'll talk about it later. Kushina has like the special chains that she can use, and all the ceiling you see that the just in general,
Ye-
just because he wants. Okay, well, he wants to make himself a Jinchuriki. We can just talk about that right now. Madara,
Yeah.
after his plan is to be reborn fully and then make himself the 10,000 Jinchuriki.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably wants it for that reason to make himself the Jinchuriki because he can just use an Uzumaki ceiling jutsu. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why specifically Nagato, but that's how Nagato got the Rinnegan. He wasn't just born with it.
Yeah, he isn't a descendant of this sage. It's whatever, dude. Well, let's just move on.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. He became Toby, and then bada bing, bada boom. We're back to the future now.
Yep.
And then once they start scrapping a little bit, all the whole crew is there. And then Obito's like, all right, it's time, because he's got all the chakra he needs, so he just revives the Ten Tails fully now.
Yeah, cause
I yeah,
cause yeah, cause he can, I
because he
guess.
can, yeah.
Cause they're getting impatient. It's like, damn, this is taking too long to get a nine tails chakra. So I got a bit of each. So let me just go.
Yeah.
Um.
And yeah, so he just revives it, and then we have a little, they have their little talks, their little speeches. Naruto's like, Kakashi's like, Obito, your fucking will lived on in Naruto. He's standing right next to me. This man Naruto Uzumaki.
Yep.
And then Obito's like, your dreams will be crushed. And then Naruto was like, and then right as the Shinobi Alliance shows up, Naruto's like, we're the allied Shinobi, and my ninja jutsu. I'm not gonna let anybody die.
I'm not gonna let any of my friends die.
I'm not gonna let any of my friends die. Also, yeah, we forgot. Obito wants to live in a world with Rin and Kakashi. That's why he wants the Infinite Tsukuyomi to happen.
Yeah.
Kind of motivation there. That's fine. Yeah, and then so yeah, I'm not gonna let any of my friends die. Remember those words as we cut away to Sasuke Uchiha arriving at the Leaf Village. This happens right now, right? You might as well just
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can
That's
just
a good time right before the Ten Tails.
Yeah.
Um.
So Sasuke
It's
Uchiha.
kinda-
Shows
Yep.
up at the
Sasuke
village.
with Orochimaru.
And
They
see
show back up.
Getsu and Jugo and shit. What's his name?
Yeah, I
Jugo?
forgot
Jugo.
where they were. They were that Konoha, right?
They
I'm
were
sure.
well, Jugo and Suigetsu were reached a hideout somewhere, I think in the Uchiha clan village, and they found a hidden scroll to release.
That's where they found they found it in Orochimaru's lab.
Yeah, they found it in
Pretty sure.
Orochimaru's lab, and then they found
And
Sasuke in that cave that Kabuto was in. And then they brought Orochimaru back to life, and Orochimaru was like, I bet I know how to undo the seal, because I'm just built
Yep.
like that. After reading the
Yep,
scroll, I'm built like that.
we're going.
And then so they go to
Because
the...
it makes sense. I like how it makes sense that he's been researching this because his arms got
His
sealed.
arms got sealed, yeah.
So it's like, damn, that's a long callback, but
And speaking of
works
long
out
callbacks, when Sasuke arrives at the village, we have a panel that's framed the opposite of when Naruto came back to the village after the time skip.
Oh.
It's Sasuke looking over the village, the same as when Naruto was like, "Well, I'm back, Konoha." So I was just like, "Oh, that's interesting. That's a cool callback, kind of." But yeah, so they find a Uzumaki hut essentially. That's where the scroll took them, and they find the Death Reaper mask there.
Yep.
And then they go to the place, this specific place. I don't remember where it was. I think it's under the hut, maybe.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And then he's like, I bet I got this. And he releases all the souls, and then he's like, I bet. I'm just gonna do what you want, Sasuke. So you want me to reanimate these guys? I bet. And so he reanimates all the Kage. All the Hokage. Yeah.
Who shows up? All the Hokage.
All the Hokage. The previous Hokage. And they're all just vibing, because Orochimaru didn't put any limitations on them. Like, they just sort of have free will right now. And then he's like, I like Hashirama. So we meet Hashirama, and Hashirama's like, "Wait, who the fuck are you?" To Minato.
No, yeah, yeah. Who the hell are you?
I'm the Force
Fourth
Hokage.
Hokage, sir. He points to his back. Just
The Force? No way the village remained that long.
like, damn. Who's the current Hokage? Who's the fifth Hokage?
Oh yeah, he's like, your granddaughter is the fifth Hokage.
Yeah, your granddaughter.
And then he was like, "Oh, bro, that
Oh,
child, bro, she even picked up my gambling fix." So now we know that he it's his fault that she's a gambler.
he is the cause of the problem.
uh,
He's like, oh, I hope
and,
the village is all right.
and then Suigetsu's like, "Bro, this is the god of shinobi."
This is the god of shinobi, the fabled Hashirama, bro.
And then Tobirama's like, "Bro, the Edo Tensei, I can't believe people would use it." And I'm like, "Bro, fuck, you made this shit, bro. Come on."
Yeah, you made this shit. I mean, well, actually, they had been revived before, actually. Now, so they kind of knew what was going on. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, he says again, right? The Edo Tensei
Yeah.
Jutsu again, and he says, "I can't believe it would be used so casually." Um,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then he's like, fucking Orochimaru, you planning to attack the village again?" And then he's like, "Nah, I'm kind of just vibing now. I'm just
Yeah,
following this
yeah.
guy."
He's like, nah, I'm over that now.
Yeah, I'm kind of over it. And the third Hokage's like, "Bruh." And then he's like, "Yeah, I'm following this guy." And then Tobirama, the motherfucker, goes, "Hey, Uchiha, eh?" Of course
Yeah.
he'd stick with a scoundrel.
Yeah, of course you'd have a scoundrel like him with it with
I
you.
was like, okay. And then Hashirama goes off
Oh.
on him, but like, alright, Tobirama is just racist, bro. Just racism incarnate, man.
Yeah, he's like Hashirama's like, yeah, Tobirama, stop that. Stop talking like that, bro. I thought we talked about this. He's like, no, I'm just telling the truth, bro.
And he's like, yeah, the Uchiha clan is a clan possessed by evil. It's just like, and then he's like,
Straight racist, bro.
Sasuke's like, what the fuck, man? And he's like, yeah, I'm about to beat your ass. And then that's when Hashirama like shakes the entire building, and he's like, alright, chill, bro. He's like,
Yeah, yeah, no, he like, oh
Tobirama.
my god. He says Tobirama, and the walls crack,
Yeah.
like just from this man's pure raising his chakra.
And then he's like, sorry about that. Anyways.
Oh, this is also where we get the explanation for the Mangekyo um, Sharingan. It's because the Sharingan are linked to like your emotions.
Yeah.
They're crossed in your brain, and so when when emotions of like a big proportion happen, the Mangekyo happens. You know, just cause. Um, and so there's your explanation. It's not specifically having to kill somebody. It's just death is generally a pretty big trigger for like a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
So
Which is it's whatever, bro.
yeah, that's whatever.
But then so Sasuke's like, I'm here to ask you a question, First Hokage. What does being a shinobi mean to you? And the first Hokage is like, all right, I'm gonna be unbiased, whether it leads you to darkness or light or whatever. I'll just tell you the truth of what happened between me and Madara and shit, and what I think a shinobi means.
To answer that question, we have to talk about parallel universes.
Shut the fuck up.
uh, flashback time.
Flashback time. Flashback. We just had the Obito flashback. Now we got the Madara.
Yeah.
This is more simple, but we can talk about this faster by comparison.
Yeah, I actually really like this flashback.
This is probably one of the better flashbacks in the series, to be real.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to start.
It's kind of the origin story of the village in a sense. Hashirama and
Madara.
Madara. I was about to say Tobirama.
Yeah. He's there.
He is there. He's there. He is Hashirama's brother.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kind of vibing.
Yeah, it's
in the
during the
forest.
second Great War, I want to say, that this happens.
I have no idea.
No,
No, it's during the first.
during the first.
Yeah, it is
Holy
the
fuck.
first. Because I was thinking about it. Tobirama was part of the second, and then Minato was part of the third.
Right. Okay. You're right. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, so the first, and they sort of meet each other, and they're just vibers. They just start. They just become friends. They
Yeah.
don't tell each other their full names because they know like the implications of what it could mean if they
Yeah.
happen to be on the opposite side of this war,
Which they are.
which they are. So they just sort of vibe and they meet at this river, um, and they become good friends and they tell each other about their dreams and shit.
Yeah.
Um, and then it doesn't all end in flowers and roses. Hashirama's third brother dies. Um,
Yeah.
so
I can't remember his
I
name.
can't remember his name from. He's fucking probably some Rama shit.
I don't think it was actually.
I'm about to look it
Funny
up.
enough.
But he dies, and then his dad finds out that he's been talking with Uchiha, and they both of them already knew, like they knew, like that the other was a Senju and a Uchiha, which hashtag Senju clan by the way, but.
Yeah.
But and then
This
so their
wasn't.
parents sort of just like planned
This
to
actually
kill.
wasn't a Shinobi World War. It was just a random, just the
Just
Warring States
conflict.
period.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That I yeah. Then I think about it. It's kind of pre village days. Where just like it was constantly just clans at each other's throats all the
Yeah.
time, vying for land or power or something like that. I don't fucking know. Be fighting for no goddamn reason.
Oh, they had four brothers. They had two other brothers, Itami and Kawarama. Itama and Kawarama, and they both died during this era.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. I can't remember what happens to. I think do both of them die at the same time? I don't remember.
I don't remember, but one of them got jumped by two Uchiha.
Yeah.
And then he fucking died. And then so their parents sort of found out that they were meeting with each other, Madara and Hashirama, and then so they decide to fight. And then they're like, "Oh no, don't kill each other!" And so they both sort of stop the conflict real quick, just by I don't remember how they stopped their dads fighting each other.
They don't. They really don't. They because they were each going for each of the parents were going for the younger brother of
Yeah,
each of them, and they threw kunai at them to take him out. But then both of them, being the absolute prodigies they are, just chuck stones at them and deflect the kunai.
yeah,
Um, and so they kind of just stop. They're just like, "Yo, stop!"
yo,
And then
stop, yeah,
yeah, you stop, and then they kind of just like it's like no, this never was gonna work out. This friendship was never to be. Um,
yeah. And then so a lot of time passes after that. The friendship doesn't work out. A lot of time passes. And that's
yep,
where the
like
legends sort of come from. They've in this war period, they sort of just every single big battle, it's Hashirama and Madara, and they both become the leaders of their respective clans.
yep,
Um, and then eventually the war unfolds. Madara's brother dies to Tobirama.
yeah. Togurama kills yeah Madara's little brother with the flying Raijin. Um,
And then Madara gets the fucking Madara is upset about it, and then on the final battle, not the final battle, but the final battle before the unification of the Uchiha and the Senju. Um, Madara is like, "All right, Hashirama, I'll give you an ultimatum: kill yourself or your brother to prove to me that we can still like make this work." Um,
yeah,
and Hashirama, without like batting an eye, went for himself. Like he would finish himself off.
he's like, I, and then Madara stopped them, of
And
course.
he's like, "That's enough." And then he's like, "Yeah, I bet." And so they find the village, and it doesn't have a name yet. But we'll talk about how Madara came up with the fucking name.
uh,
And they're chilling on the titular Hokage hill, which they've also sat on their whole lives as friends, even back when they were little.
yeah,
And they looked out, and they finally founded this village. And this is where he comes up with it. You want to explain to them how Madara comes up with the name for the village?
He pokes a goddamn hole in a leaf, and then looks out through the forest at it. It's like the village hidden in the leaves.
Just like, and then Hashirama was like, "That's a bit basic, don't you think?" And then and
Nah.
Madara was like, "Hey man, I want to hear that coming from you." uh,
Oh my god.
but I mean, things are peaceful for a little bit, but the Uchiha, like, there's still like a little, like, Hashirama wants Madara to become the village leader, to become the first Hokage.
Yeah.
But Tobirama, being Tobirama, the absolute racist guy he is like,
And Uchiha is
Uchiha,
Hokage.
he can't. No.
No. Don't do that.
It's gonna be you. And then I'm gonna be the second one. I don't know if he didn't say that, but come on, bro.
No. He just said it would be better for the village if you were the Hokage. And we're not discussing this. You are the Hokage.
Yeah.
Because political reasons and people like Hashirama more.
Yeah. And then Madara felt cucked, and like he was like, I really gave up my brother gave up his life, and I have his eyes now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what is it all for? And Tobirama doesn't trust the Uchiha, but the Uchiha won't listen to me.
Yep.
Anymore. Like, they don't trust me anymore. And so he's like, you know what? Fuck, I'm fucking leaving. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna go get the Nine Tails. Fuck you.
Yeah, and then he's just like, nah, I'm out. Yeah, because he was like, I don't trust that Madara guy, even now. And then he's like, damn, I'm out.
Yeah. And so he leaves. He fucking, the story goes, he gets the Nine Tails. And it's like, fuck you. And then he has an epic battle against Hashirama where Hashirama pulls out the ultimate wood style technique, the fucking Shinsu Senju, veritable 1,000-armed cannon.
That's just so cool. It's just a 1,000-armed Buddha statue.
The Netero technique, bro. Come on.
The Netero technique.
Who did it first? Actually, I have no idea.
And this just shows how busted Hashirama is. This man is fighting off an armored, like a Susanoo'd up Kurama, Nine Tails, Jinchuriki.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He is.
With just chakra, just his own chakra.
Yeah, just wood style. Just
like he's fighting
Kekai
a goddamn...
technically, but it's not that like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
The fuck's a Kekai Genkai anyways at this point, man?
Oh god.
It's just special. It's not even like cool Kekai Genkais no more. It's just like, oh shit, lava. Oh shit, wood?
Yeah, lava?
No, okay, the only, you know what, the only really dope Kekai Genkai at this point is the fucking particle style. Like, yeah. That is a sick Kekai Genkai, bro.
Yeah, that is sick. But yeah, so Hashirama absolutely just built. Yeah. And this man wins.
Yeah,
he wins that fight.
He wins the fucking, like, what do you want? What else he's so busted. He's actually just cracked. Like
yeah, like, and again, like, even during the earlier fight, Hashirama was like, Madara was like, damn, Hashirama was able to like regenerate like at a super fast rate, and it's like, okay, this man's
right, because he's got his regeneration is stronger than Tsunade's still. Like, who the
yeah, like, how busted is this man,
bro? He still dies after this. Like, this takes it all out of him.
Yeah,
and somehow Madara fucking survives barely.
Yeah, Madara. I mean, he dies like later on after. Like, Hashirama doesn't die right away, but that like kind of took it out of him. He supposedly kills Madara.
Yeah.
Oh, he stabbed him in the back. I forgot. Which is like, damn. Because like, I like this moment because it's I mean, because like throughout the whole flashback, we get like Madara never trusts people like behind his back. Like, he stops peeing when somebody's like approaches him from behind, right?
Yeah, forgot about that.
It's like he's got like a sixth sense for people like not trusting people. He doesn't trust people at all. But Hashirama was able to, get behind his back and like stab him in the back because he would never expect Hashirama
to stab him in the back.
to
Yeah.
stab him in the to be that underhanded.
Yeah.
He had mad respect for that man.
Yeah. And then Hashirama was like, "Bro, Madara, we still could have been friends, I believe. You know, if you were really evil, like if you were truly evil, as you claim, you would have just asked me to kill my brother that day instead of giving me the option to kill myself." Like, and I was like, "Yeah, damn, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy." He should have told him to kill Tobirama. If Tobirama died,
It's problem solved, bro.
problem solved, bro. That man is too racist to live. And alright, we'll come back. That's the end of the flashback. So we come back to the future. And then after Tobirama's like, you know what? There were good Uchiha. And I was like, shut the fuck up. So he talks
yeah,
about...
one of my good friends was an
Yeah,
Uchiha,
you know, Shisui's grandpa? Yeah, that was my buddy. He was a good one. I was just
yeah.
like, that's something a racist person would say. There's some good ones. But
that shit's funny.
But I don't know. But Sasuke resolves to protect the village. We'll talk about Sasuke's motivations in a bit. Like,
yeah,
it's gonna be a little bit before we fully talk about it. But like, Sasuke got his answer essentially.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "All right, we're gonna go stop Obito and Madara. That's the plan." And so they all head out. All the Hokage stand on top of their heads.
Yeah, it's like, do you guys really have time for this? I like the shot, but do you guys really have time for this? People are dying against Ten Tails as you do this.
Yeah.
It's like, it's time to head out though.
Let's go. Alright, and then back to the Ten Tails conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the Ten Tails just got summoned. Naruto's like, I won't let nobody die.
Well, first of all,
yeah.
oh
yeah.
They start
the Ten Tails just start blasting, bro.
Yeah, Madara and Obito just start blasting. They're just like,
you love that panel? I love that panel of those two shinobi on a rooftop.
Yeah, they just start blasting like random ass Biju bombs off into the distance,
hey, do you
just
see
blowing
that?
up like, yeah, yeah. They just cut to a shot of like some random two shinobi just standing in a village like in the middle of the night, and they see a shooting star, and it's like, huh, what's that?
Just death, bro.
Just the fucking village explodes.
And then like the war base, Shikaku and Inochi are there, and they're like, Inochi's like, we're done. we're done. It's coming.
Oh yeah. They shoot one off, and it's like, but I thought we were safe. And there's one guy is like, shit, are we gonna die?
He's like, yeah, we cannot evacuate, bro. It's too close. And Shikaku's like, I got this. Could let me communicate with everybody. And he's like, all right, guys, I figured it out. This is how we defeat the Ten Tails. I forget what he says. My bad,
He doesn't
Shikaku.
say anything at the moment. Like they leave the plan like entirely off screen.
Right. He tells everybody, and then Shikamaru and everybody's like, oh. And then the communications get shut off, and that just they fucking rip.
Yeah, they're like, all right, any last words, guys?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's right.
Shikaku's just like, could you do this? Before that, throw out that thing in the wooden box on the left-hand shelf of my closet without your mom finding out. And Shikamaru's like, I know all about it.
That shit is so funny. But then he dies.
Yep. Then he died. Then the blast hits. I thought that was a really good like image. It's just a distant flash of just. They don't like show up like go up close with them or like have any emotional scenes. It's just they're gone. It's like, damn.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But
yeah. But then immediately
after that, they're like, all right, let's do this. And then I forget, was it Obito or maybe Madara starts using wood style? Oh, no, it was the Ten Tails. So I guess it was the Ten Tails. It was the Ten Tails, and he starts using wood needles on everybody, and people are getting folded left and right.
Yep.
And then Hinata's out here like, oh shit, try to use the fucking
The
the
rotation.
rotation to stop it, and then it's like the anime version is better, but but then okay, so she's like misses a few, and then Neji jumps in front of her and uses rotation with the blind spot.
The blind
The
spot in the
blind
back.
spot, and he just double fucking stake through the heart, bro.
Triple, excuse me.
Triple, my fucking bad, bro. But it's just like, and then this makes everybody fucking sad. And Neji's like, Neji's like, why would you do this? Naruto's like, why would you do this? Neji's like, it's because you called me a genius.
Okay.
Okay,
Nick.
okay. And then it's
It
just like,
also
okay.
takes off his headband, so you get to see his curse mark.
His curse mark fade and everything because it fades after death.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this man really died for the main branch.
He really did.
And it was just like, the fucking Neji fight is 20 feet under right now. The Neji fight is just, Shippuden just fucking buried the Neji fight alive, bro.
No, it's not. It was. It wasn't just buried, bro. It was. It had 2 shells put into it. Fucking dumped in a ditch, and then 10,000 years passed, and a mountain grew. A mountain flew over that shit. Grew over that shit, bro.
Oh, it's like, the thematic. The thematic of it, he went out like his dad, not protecting the main branch, but protecting his sister. But come on, bro. This whole talk of destiny, the whole destiny shit, and then his fate. He was like, I'm gonna fight my fate, but he still died for the main branch. That was the fate of the fucking cadet branch, I guess. Just like, it's like, I want to be sad about it. I want to be sad about it, and I was sad about it. But like after the fact, I'm just like, huh.
Yeah. Huh.
Why? Why Neji? Why Neji of all fucking people, bro?
That's kind of how I felt during this. I was like, damn, should I be sad? It's like, huh.
Why fucking Neji, bro?
Yeah, why Neji? I don't know.
Why Neji? And then Hinata's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fight. And she, she pops off a few times after this.
She does a little bit.
She finally does her 64 bombs fully after this.
Yeah.
And she pulls out the 2 tigers. Tiger 64 bomb.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
She holds hands with Naruto. More fucking, more intimate than she's gotten with him in the entire series. Just her holding hands. But it makes Naruto upset. That's the point. And then Obito fucking has to rub salt in the wound, and is like, I thought you were gonna protect I thought you were gonna let anybody die. Like, damn, bro.
Yeah, it's like, I thought you were gonna let your comrades die. And Naruto just yells at this man.
Damn, bro. Oh man, and then then that's when Hinata steps in, holds his hand, and is like, we're here with you. And then Naruto's like, yeah, fuck you. And he's just like, Naruto's like, you know what? Fuck you for real. Just charges the entire army with his chakra. The entire army just revitalizes everybody.
Yeah.
Spreads his chakra across the entire Shinobi Alliance.
Just like, damn.
And it's like, I'm coming after you now, Obito. And,
yep.
And they have some cool fights here.
Yeah, I think the main fight is Kakashi.
Kakashi Obito.
They do a big fight.
Yeah, he sends them to they sort of Naruto gives Kakashi some chakra so he can use Kamui consistently during this fight. So they sort of
because Obito can, like, if he traps Kakashi in the pocket dimension, Kakashi can just Kamui his way out.
Yeah, and so
Kakashi's like the perfect counter to Obito.
And so Kakashi, they fight for a little bit, and then Kakashi, they both go into the Kamui world. And they have a dope ass fight that's good in the anime. It's really good in the anime.
It was really good. I just remember that one moment where fucking Like this was before I knew anything about Naruto, and I was like,
Yeah,
damn that. You showed me that fight, and I was like, damn, that's just cool.
that's just crazy,
When
right?
Obito, he's like, I'm gonna borrow this and use Kakashi's hand to form some signs, bro.
Dude, that fight's so good, and then it flashes between them as kids and them as adults fighting. Like,
It's such a good
that's
fight.
such a good fight. And then yeah, it's so good. It's so fucking good. And then Kakashi stabs him through the chest, through the heart, and then Obito's like, I don't got a heart. It's just an image of him with a hole in his chest pointing towards it.
Yeah,
I don't have a heart.
yeah. I don't have a heart. That I lost that many years ago.
And then in the real world, Sasuke arrives
Yeah,
finally.
yeah. The Hokage arrive, and it's like
No, Sasuke
looking at
arrives
Minato.
first, but
Oh, Sasuke does arrive first.
or what does it mean? No, Sasuke arrives before everybody else. I remember because again, the Sasuke does all the 9 rookies are reunited.
I know Minato shows up first.
Yeah,
Um,
but Sasuke's
but yeah,
like,
I don't remember how. Yeah, continue.
no, sorry, I gotta talk about this. But Sasuke's like, I'm gonna be the Hokage.
Oh,
Just on some cap shit, bro. Always with this cap shit.
God.
Speaking of cap shit, because Kiba's like, no, actually, it's gonna be me.
I'm gonna be the
Then
Hokage.
I'm just gonna. I was like, alright, Kiba, you tried, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you were did dirty like this, man.
Like, what I thought the weirdest thing about it was I feel like Kiba was never had that attribute before
No,
except for this fight.
he kind of mocked Naruto during the tuning fight where he was like, I have a better chance of becoming Hokage than you. But it was never like
Yeah, but
really an aspiration that he had.
yeah, it becomes kind of like a running joke after this.
Where he's like, yeah, no, I was
I'm
always
gonna
gonna
be
be
the Hokage.
Hokage.
I'm the one that's gonna be the Hokage.
And then even Akamaru's like, chill,
He's like,
bro.
ah, come on,
Chill,
bro.
bro. Shino's like, Hinata's like, yeah, I believe in you, Kiba. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're on my team, so I have to believe you.
Yeah. Just like he pulls out one shadow clone. He's like, hey, don't think it's just an exclusive Naruto technique. And
Yeah.
then Naruto's like, bro, I've been able to use more than that even when I was a kid, bro. You need to step your game up.
And when I was a kid, I was able to use fucking 1,000, bro.
And then Kiba was like, I just need one, and he goes 3-head dog form. Which was cool, but like it'd be cooler if he pulled out more shadow clones and was just like fucking imagine like 1,000,000 dogs on the battlefield. Like 1,000,000 of those
God.
double-headed dogs. That could
Yeah.
have been crazy.
It could have been.
But now he doesn't like the side characters, so they don't get any chakra.
Yep. And then Minato shows up.
Yeah, and then Minato shows up, and then
It's like the Telltale's about to throw a BG bomb at Naruto, and
all
then
right,
Minato intercepts
yeah,
that shit.
he
Just
fucking
pow.
teleports that shit away, doesn't
It's
he?
like, am I late?
Am
He's
I
like,
late?
Naruto's like, nah, nope, right on time.
Sakura's like, who are you? Even though like she's looking at his back and it says Force Hokage on his cloak.
Who are you? Oh, that's just funny.
But yeah, they are arrive.
Mhm.
Team 7's reunited. I was really Sai is like I'm also part of Team 7, and then it gets like befolded on the next chat in the next page.
Yep.
Come on, man! You gotta at least give Sai the stand side by side by the other Team 7 members scene. Like
I know.
he really said Sai's a part of Team 7. No, he's not,
Sai got
bro. Like he
cucked,
cucked, bro. He could have been so cool with his art and shit.
Hmm. But nah.
Nah, he just gets cucked here.
Yeah, and then I there's I have a favorite moment.
Mm-hmm.
Where Madara finally sees that all the Hokage have arrived, and he's like, it's about damn time, Hashirama. And
Our
then
battle will be legendary.
yeah, our battle will
Head
be
ass.
legendary. And Hashirama's like, you're later. You come
Hold
later.
on.
And Madara's
Give me a
like,
second.
uh,
What?
he's like, huh?
And then Madara was just like, okay, I guess. And he just sits down.
He's like, oh, god damn it.
And he just sits down and waits for the Hokage.
Like, this bitch really just told me to wait. Like, damn.
Yeah, but all the Hokage help out. We finally get the 3 snakes again. All the 3 summons again. The slug. The slug.
Oh yeah, the three summons.
Gamakichi.
Gamakichi,
and
uh,
whatever. What?
Katsuyu, and Sasuke's new snake
Sasuke's
because
new
he
snake
killed
because he
Manda.
killed the other one. Yeah.
Aoda is its name,
Oh, and
apparently.
that's pretty cool. We find out that it's fucking the Force Hokage can just use that chakra he sealed with him when he did the Death Reaper seal.
Fuck yeah, he pulls out the
The ninth,
he pulls out the Ninetales mode, bro. It's like,
and
oh,
he's like, "Yeah, I'm just as powerful as Naruto. I got just the same amount of chakra because I got half a Kurama in me. And there's no what else is new? And I like how the Kurama in him is a different is the original color, like the original orange.
yeah, that's funny. He's the original, yeah, the original Chroma because he hasn't had all the character development with
But
Naruto.
it doesn't even matter because he's just like, oh man, he tamed my other stuff. That's crazy. All right, let's show him
Right?
what's up, Minato. Like he just accepted that he's in Minato now. Like,
Yeah, no arguing, no arguing. Kind of funny, kind of funny.
yeah, and so yeah, all the Hokages are here. They're all hype. Like, come on.
They're all hype.
We get to see some cool shit between all of them. Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of tag teaming between Tobirama and Minato. I feel like because
yeah,
they both use the Flying Raijin.
and there's a running joke where Naruto keeps going, "Oh, you can use the Rasengan too," and he's like, "I invented that shit, bruh.
Yeah,
you
it's like what?
you can use the shadow clones, bruh. I."
I invented
I
that.
invented all these. You copied my dad's technique. That's crazy. I invented the flying Raijin, bro.
Yeah, kind of funny, kind of funny.
It is funny, and then we finally get to see the third Hokage off a little bit, just a tiny bit here.
Yeah, he doesn't do like.
The Ten Tails pulls out all the elements on him, all the, and just hits him with all the fucking water, lightning and everything, and he just matches that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
he shadow clones himself and just like, all right, just busts out every nature, and it's like,
yeah.
oh damn.
Like I mean, this man is he's the scholar, right? He knows every jutsu, so he's
Yeah,
built.
he's the
Unfortunately,
professor. They call him.
unfortunately, that's about it. We're about to.
Yeah,
He's about to get bodied in a second, like when something big happens in a second. But, uh, but
uh,
he's basically
yeah.
sport here. He does a good job. It's cool to see
Mhm.
him again. I
Yeah,
They're
because we
focusing a lot on
yeah we never got to
Hashirama
see him. Yeah, Hashirama
and
and I think
Tobirama
Minato get
and
the most screen
Minato,
time.
and so the second and the third Hokage kind of get cucked because of that. But it's fine. I don't like Tobirama anyways. He's racist. uh,
Yeah, I wish we got to spend a little more time with the third, but it's alright.
yeah, it's cool. I like he's in his. He finally gets to use. He's finally got unlimited chakra, so it's interesting. It would have been interesting to see him just like what if he used the flying Raijin? What if he used the Rasen? Like he knows every jutsu, so he technically should be able to do everything.
Yeah,
Like it would have been cool to have him just pull out everything, like half
he
his shadow
was
clones. Yeah,
still old.
he was the oldest. He's the Hokage who's lived the longest. So,
He was,
um,
which is kind of funny and unfortunate.
so he's still an old body, but yeah, he's got infinite chakra and he can come back from any energy here.
Yep.
Um,
And then Orochimaru, I think about sometimes during this, Orochimaru shows up to the other Kage and helps
oh,
Tsunade
he
out.
steps in. He's like, if I have to, I guess.
Yeah.
And Karen Karen also helps Tsunade heal.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
um, yeah, all right, cool.
And then pretty much yeah, Kakashi versus Obito battle
Obito,
comes to the head.
yeah, Kakashi sort of just gets left in the. He just sort of runs out of chakra and gets left in the other
Yep.
like in the other dimension for a bit.
He does manage to stab Obito through the chest though.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like actually.
Yeah, yeah. Again, lightning blade, not the Jidori. Just want to make sure that's
Yeah, whatever.
just want to make
Whatever
sure
that
that's
is.
clear, cause they keep making a difference about it, even though it's the same move. Uh,
Uh I I I guess the reason they call it the lightning cutter is just because he literally used it to cut lightning in half, and they call it that specifically for Kakashi because Kakashi specifically did that. I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't. It's the same move. I don't get why they're treating it like it's different. Like, yeah, Sasuke can now like put it around his body and extend it a little more than Kakashi can.
Yeah, but it's still
But
the
it's
same.
still the same technique. He's just
Because
alternating
Kakashi
it.
can even do some of that shit
Yeah,
too.
he can. Right? He runs it through his kunai and shit. Like
Yeah.
he can do shit like that too.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, but anyways, he's like, fine, fuck you. You know what? I fucking hate Madara too. Obito finally snaps. He's like, I fucking hate Madara.
I'm done with this fucking world,
I'm
bro.
done with this, man. You know what? It's time. And he just like, I'm the 10,000 Shuriken now.
Yeah.
ah,
Just absorb that shit.
it's me now. And he sort of just like, it sort of looked like he wasn't gonna be able to handle it, but then he just sort of pops out of the smoke with a fucking dope ass. Like, I like his design here. The dope
I
ass
actually really
staff.
do like his design.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 7 true seeking orbs on him. We need to talk about those in a second, but
Oh god. Yeah, but he also kind of like has like no memory at
right,
first.
because it's like the Ten
It's
Tails is
weird.
sort of taking over his body, um,
Yeah.
and ironically, I mean, they start fighting a sort of zombie Obito who's just sort of fighting on instinct, just sort of destruction right now.
Mhm.
And they sort of it's sort of cool. There's a lot of tag team that happens here too. You know, they use a lot of Flying Raijin because he's tough. Flying
Yeah.
Raijin, a combined Susanoo Rasengan on him.
Mhm.
That shit's sick. But then, like, ironically, Obito keeps talking about how he'll leave his desires behind, but it ends up being his bonds that bring him back to humanity.
Mhm.
As we see him, sort of a representation in his mind of him getting ripped apart, and then the image of Rin Kakashi, the Team 7 image.
Yeah.
That image sort of brings him back together and pieces his mind together.
Mhm. Um. And is it at this point that the third Hokage gets about?
Yeah,
I
oh yeah.
think.
Basically right here he gets fucking bodied. It doesn't end up putting him out of commission. He does come back later. It
Mhm.
just takes him a long time to heal.
Yeah, I find this part weird.
Right, it was
Um.
inconsistent, wasn't it?
It was
Is it
kind of
because
inconsistent. Yeah.
does he not hit him with an orb at this point,
Yeah.
and then he comes back later?
Yeah.
That shit doesn't make no sense because because he comes back and then they just Minato loses an arm to an orb, right?
Yeah.
And the arm does not heal. So they establish that the true seeking orbs just erase basically reality. Like if they touch you,
Yeah, they
you're
suck up both not only your spiritual, like not only the matter of your arm, it's like sucks up the spirit of your arm too.
yeah.
Um, so you can't regenerate that shit. But the third Hokage got bodied with an entire one earlier. Um,
Yeah, and then
but
he comes back later. Like he heals from that shit and comes back.
yeah,
It's sort of like, okay, that's weird.
yeah. This is also when Hashirama's taken out of the battle because Madara is like, "Nah, we're fighting now. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm
I'm tired
tired
of
of
this shit."
waiting, and so it's really just like Minato, Naruto, Sasuke, and the second Hokage, and they all start like destroying ideas at this man.
Yeah,
Like they
they're
all
like,
just start like, all right, I got a plan. Now I got a plan. That shit didn't work. I got a plan.
yeah, pretty much.
And they sort of learn like it's basically like what was it ninjutsu? He can just absorb that shit essentially if they're not careful. Was that
Yeah, because I think truth seeking orb just
right?
kind of just it just absorbs things.
And so at this point, they remembered that something hit him, and then they were like, "Oh!" And then Naruto remembers when he fucking used Sage Mode earlier that the Ten Tails is essentially all natural energy.
mm,
So he's like, "Okay, I think I know what's going on. Either you got to use Taijutsu, which is important for a little bit later, but or you got to use Sage Mode Jutsu." And Minato's like, "Fuck, I can't use Sage Mode, guys. I was always ass at that shit."
yeah,
And then Kurama was like, "All right, Naruto, it's time to go Sage Mode." And then Naruto was like, "I thought you didn't like that shit." And he's like, I
It's
just
like,
didn't want a frog sitting on my shoulder, dog.
yeah, I just don't want to mix with the frog, bro.
And he's like, fine. And so we finally see, well, first off, this cool ass panel of Minato and Naruto fist bumping, and then the Karamas inside of them are fist bumping as well.
Yeah, that's funny.
uh, but then Naruto's like, I bet it's Sage Mode time, and so he goes Nine Tails Cloak Sage Mode, which is pretty fucking sick.
Mm.
And he sort of tag teams Rasengan with Minato. Shit's sick.
Yeah.
Just sickness after sickness. What
Yep,
else?
lots of sick fights.
Susano, Nine Tails again, but in the present time now.
Does that happen right now?
I think
I feel like that happens a little later.
it's a little late. It's right. I think it's right around when they defeat him.
Yeah.
But I never go back on my word. That's my Shinobi way. Yeah, that's right about when they defeat him.
Oh yeah, Minato also uses fucking big ass. He uses Kurama fucking Sage mode too. Kurama BG mode. He body this man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can. Yeah. We can basically, because we basically already talked. All the 5 Kage show up again.
Mhm.
And they sort of just like, so Orochimaru arrives, and then a sort of big conflict happens. Karen figures out that she can use the Uzumaki seal here.
Mhm.
Right, and she sort of like uses it a little bit to help out. A lot of some other stuff she gets. Orochimaru basically tricks Karen, so he gets you to help out again. All the Kage jump in.
Yeah.
We get the big Kurama fight, 2 Kuramas versus this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then that's around when Sasuke and Naruto team up to pull out the fucking Kurama Susanoo.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Anyways.
I don't remember this part. This part is kind of where it gets shaky. It's kind of just a lot happens all at once.
There's a lot of fight, a lot of stuff. Hashirama and Madara are fighting, and Madara's like, actually, did you know that all chakra came from this tree, and that there was this princess called Kaguya, and she's the one who gave birth to the 2 kids to the six paths? We'll get into that later, but he does bring that up right now.
Yeah, he just brings kind of right in the middle of this fight with Madara. They're with Hashirama.
All the shinobi are sort of doubting themselves, and Hashirama shares the memories of the first Kage summit, where he sort of begs all the summits to bring all the other Kages to bring peace to the shinobi world. And yeah, so everybody sort of teams up to help fight Obito here. Like I was saying, Karen, so you get to a bunch of these guys show up. Yeah, that's basically it, right?
Yeah, about like.
Right.
The trees starting to happen. What?
The tree started that. He pulls up the tree, but he also puts White Zetsu shows up. The Spyro Zetsu.
Right.
And who's inside? Who's behind the mask this time? It's like this part is. I forgot about this part.
You
remember? I'm just gonna spoil it right now. Yamato.
Oh
he
yeah.
Has the Zetsu.
Yamato's inside.
He's being possessed by the Zetsu. By the
I
Spyro
forgot.
Zetsu.
Yeah.
That shit was random.
It was
random.
random.
I forgot. Because like Yamato is so not a part of this war.
No.
No,
as unfortunate, because I really like Yamato, but
right, because Obito basically bodies Naruto and Sasuke for a quick second, and then everybody jumps in.
Yeah.
Everybody jumps in to help out. Karen unlocks her Uzumaki ability to use chains and shit. They sort of bring her back.
And then around this time, Naruto does the Kurama Susanoo thing. The tail beast mode to Susanoo, I think.
Yeah, and then they kick the shit out of They kick the shit out of Obito, and Obito gets his. Obito's like, shit, fuck, dude. And then Naruto goes inside his mind in the middle of this fight, and he's like, "Talk no jutsu."
just just goes in there, says, "Talk no jutsu."
Talking about GT, Obito's like, damn man. Oh fuck, you're right.
You're right.
You're right.
Shit.
My bad, bro.
um. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're
And then the
we're
tail
sort of
beast
getting
get freed.
Moto here. The tail beast gets freed. And then, Minato is finna kill Obito, but Kakashi's like, don't do it, bruh. Sort of fucked
Yeah.
up there, Kakashi, but it's alright. You didn't know what shit was about to go down. And then, and then Obito's like looking up at that moon and like, man, what could have been? Obito has a dream about like being the Hokage, whatever life would have been like, and they're like, damn, bro, shit's crazy.
Yeah, I think Naruto sees that too.
Yeah, shit's crazy. Talk no jutsu and shit.
Yeah.
And then yeah, really, all right. Naruto's talk no jutsu is a little more in depth than that, but like it's just it's just he's like, if she wants the actual details, Naruto's like, Rin would never accept the guy you are now. But you know, like it's fine. Like, come on, you're still like, just go out as a good guy. Die good instead of being bad. It's alright. And so then they're like, oh yeah, cool. And then like Obito is on the ground. Minato, they have the little talk with Kakashi. Minato's like, damn, I failed as a teacher. Kakashi's like, damn, I failed as a friend.
Yeah.
And then Black Zetsu shows up.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think Obito's like, he was gonna use the Rene Rebirth on somebody. I forget.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Yeah, he was gonna. Yeah, he was using the Rene Rebirth on somebody. I forget who. He was gonna revive everybody killed during the war, killed by Madara.
Mm-hmm.
In an homage to Nagato, kind of. And then Black Satsu shows up. And it's like,
right. No, he was gonna revive all the people who died in the war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. And then Black Zetsu's like, no,
actually, yeah.
Madara Uchiha? And then
Madara
Madara's like, yeah, baby, I'm back. And then all the fucking tailed beasts that were just brought back, he just says, you're all mine now again.
And he literally just 1v1s them all.
And then he's like, Naruto, your Nine Tails is mine. And he extracts the Nine Tails from his body.
He really does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And then Naruto's like,
and this man's only got one eye, too.
Yeah, he only has one Rinnegan.
I forget where he got it from. I think Batsex grabbed them for him or something like that from Nagato or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, he starts fighting blind for a while. He like does all this shit while blind.
Oh yeah, he does. Shit, man, busted ass Madara.
Where did he get this eye from?
I don't know. He has one.
Oh no, okay, because it was White Zetsu who brings him the Rinnegan.
Yeah.
White Zetsu brings him that one eye. Yeah. He's like, I got it here, bruh. You're welcome.
Yep.
And then he's like, yeah, and then he extracts the fucking Nine Tails from Naruto, and he's like, yeah, now I'm the 10 Tails Jinchuriki. Now I got the Sage 6 Fast Power. And he bodies Sasuke too, and then so Naruto and Sasuke are just both dead.
Pretty much. Yeah, he. God. Yeah, he just 1v1s basically the entire army, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Fun. And then he also pins down all of the Hokage, like, so there's nothing that they can do.
Nothing, and then like, yeah, and then so basically once he pins everybody down, he's like, "What y'all gonna do now? Fuck, I'm built, bro." And so at first, Kakashi and Obito stands back up. He's like, "Nah, I am not going out like this," and he takes over Black Zetsu. So now we got this weird Obito, but he's Black Zetsu on one half. But it's Obito on the inside, and he's controlling the entire shit.
Yep.
Him and Kakashi are like, yeah, let's fucking do this. And they start jumping this man. Um,
True.
yeah, that does
Man,
happen.
you're going a little fast.
I don't remember what I.
um, Minat, at some point, after having the other half of Chroma extracted from him, Minato puts
Oh,
his
that
half
does happen. I was gonna
into
talk about
into Naruto.
that along with the dreams that they had in there.
Yeah, that just kind of happens a while before. Um,
Because Sakura is trying to heal him. Karen's trying
yeah.
to heal Sasuke. It's like a whole thing.
Uh, Madara whips out the fucking limbo technique, where he just has like clones that aren't even on the same plane of existence.
Nah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, he
Yeah, I
uses
forgot
that like
about that.
really early. Um, but it doesn't. He doesn't. That doesn't really get like revealed until like much later.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Um, because I guess that's just one of Madara's fucking powers that he can use, like even without the Ten Tails Jinchuriki shit.
Oh yeah, he also I forgot B was here. Yeah, he take B's. He take B's along with Naruto's. Like he take.
He did. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
take
gonna
both of them.
die
So,
or some shit. Um,
so B
yeah,
kind of
B's
got
like kind of
lost
a
in the
big part.
sauce.
B was kind of he was like a big part, but he wasn't that big. So like,
Yeah, and then he got
um,
lost in the sauce when other Kage showed up and everything.
yeah.
Um, Gara,
Um,
yeah, Gara helps out here. There's an important point here I'd like to bring up of Madara spitting out the gong that held that
oh,
held that like he spits out the fucking like the shit two things and then 1010 finally does something and releases the people that were trapped inside the fucking.
that's not until after. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know, but he spits it out on the way over to this fight.
True.
So it's just like they don't get released until after, but it's just like where else? Like come on, it's just 1010 doing her shit. 1010 doesn't even like this is all she gets, folks. Like
Yep.
everyone thinks she gets in the whole fucking series.
Um. Yeah.
Yeah, he kills Tobirama.
He doesn't kill him. He just right.
And,
He just stabs him with all the rods. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure. So yeah. Um. It's also he can't. I think it was brought up that Tobirama can't sense this man's chakra at all. He can't sense anything from him,
yeah.
just because this man's chakra with ten tails is just on another plane of existence.
uh,
Apparently, on another level. Um. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh. And then all this shit happens. Mater, Kakashi and Obito, I think, fight.
yeah. They jump him for a little bit. Like it doesn't last that long.
No.
But hey, it was cool. You know, they got that little tag team in as adults.
Yep. Yep.
That little, oh
Um.
yeah, our Sharingan makes two, and we're ultimate fighters like that. It would have been cool if they pulled out like a Susanoo double here, like a Susanoo among two people, but
Yeah, that could have been
because
cool.
they both have the same eyes, so that shit would have been sick, but it didn't happen. So.
True. Um.
Kabuto shows up to save Sasuke. I forgot this happened.
Yep. Guy also shows up with Kakashi and starts fighting with
Yeah.
him. Guy and Lee and whatever. Um. Yeah, Kabuto shows up and saves Sasuke. I don't remember how.
Well, yeah, Kabuto basically had a whole character off arc screen where he was like, you know, I fixed the loop by realizing my own inner demons, and, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that, yeah, technically that should be how the Izanami works, but it's just weird that you're here now. Like
yeah, I
that shit
know.
was only like 50 chapters ago. Like, uh, and then yeah,
Uh,
and so they're fighting him, and Kakashi, you know, guy's like, I got you, and then he's like, hey, bro, only Taijutsu works on this man. Senjutsu or Taijutsu.
yep.
And then guy's like, alright,
It's like,
Seven's Gate barely works. It just sort of pushes him back a little bit.
yep.
Um, and then guy was like, you know what, guys? I think it's time.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think it's time.
I think it's time.
I think now is the time to use it. And let
And
me
then Minato and Kakashi are like, "What are you talking about, man? You don't want to throw your life away, right?" And he's like, like I think I do, man. This is the world we're talking about.
Yeah. Let's then we get a flashback here. Um, of Guy's father. Um,
Yeah. Oh, this guy, dude. This dude right here. I don't even remember his name. I gotta look it
um,
up.
might
Might
die.
die. Oh, yeah, you know what?
DUI.
I don't regret not knowing his name.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how his family name is just Might.
That's just his name. Like, what the fuck kind of name is Mike, bro?
I don't know. It's
Who
Might best
married this
name.
man? Who's his mother? Like, who?
That's a good question. I don't know. This man was like a tune. This man was a Genin.
This man was a Genin
Uh,
his entire life.
yeah, the
Which,
Eternal Genin was his name. Was his nickname.
and we learned, and he's like, Guy, you gotta work hard, and he's the one who instilled all the training into Guy. You get a little scene where he's like, I failed to run 500 laps around the village, and then Dai was like, I would never scold you for failing when you were trying your best, and then they hug each, they do the the thing, they start crying and shit,
Yeah,
homies,
type as fuck.
and then we see a little bit of and then we find out this is where he learns the 8 gates from his dad, and his dad's like only use them. I forget what the rule. It's another
Only use
stupid
them when
rule
you've
like
got when you've got somebody to protect.
something precious enough to give your life for.
Yeah.
Only and so we see when his dad used him to fight the seven swordsmen of the mist, which we don't see this fight, but we already know these motherfuckers are dead. So we
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I wonder what happened. What happened
I
to the
wonder
previous seven?
I wonder if the 8 gates just folded though.
I don't think they did actually die there. I wish they did, but I don't think
Nah,
they did.
they have to. Nah, I in my head they fucking died there, bro. Come on.
Oh, in the okay. So there was
I
only
just pulled
only 3 of them survived.
up.
he
Oh,
fought he fought all 7 of them at once, and
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 only
I think
4 of them died.
yeah,
Oh
4 of them
my
died.
god, dude.
Um,
That's crazy, actually.
yeah. Um,
Holy shit.
yeah. Fukuki, Juzo, and Raiga. Which I don't know specifically who they are, but
Yeah.
um, yeah. Fukuki was the one that with Kisame's sword. And I think
Yeah. Holy shit.
one. I don't know the other. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, regardless, he's like I like this quote. He's like, Konoha's wild blue beast is no more. It's time for the red beast to emerge. Open 8 gates information. And then we get the hype shit, and then he just starts bodying Madara. Madara cannot even react to this man's
Oh,
speed. It's
okay.
insane.
One punch blasts
Just
a
the air
crater in the
pressure.
earth.
It was just the air
Yeah,
pressure of the
yeah.
punch
It
too.
wasn't even the punch that hit him. Blasts Madara into a crater and breaks one of his horn
Yeah,
things.
Madara was
And
like, I cannot get hit directly by this, or
he's
even
like,
just hit
oh
by any
shit,
more of these. To be honest,
impressive technique.
impressive thing. And he just starts
Yeah,
bodying.
I'll have to.
He punches this man. He kicks this man up the tree into the fucking stratosphere.
Nah, that doesn't happen.
That doesn't happen. And the video
This
game is
game.
canon. I'm telling you. I
Yeah.
promise you that the video game version is more canon than the manga version. Cause that shit hot.
Yeah. So in the middle of this fight, Minato flexes a little bit when Madara sends like a whole bunch of orbs at Minato or at
Yeah.
Guy to take him out. Minato just while in the middle of these two fighting, just on another level of speed that nobody can even like keep track of them. Minato pops into the middle, intercepts those orbs, and then just teleports away.
Yeah.
Like he takes out like half of those orbs out like in the middle of the fight. It's like What the fuck, Minato?
And then it
That's
got,
also that's pretty much also
it's
Minato out of the battle.
it's funny because Kakashi has a little bit of a Sasuke moment here, and we get another flashback mid fight where he's like, where Kakashi's dad, the White Fang, is like, "Hey, Kakashi, don't slack off, cause that guy's good. One day that guy's gonna be stronger than you." And then
Yeah,
Kakashi in his head is like, "Ended up exactly as Dad predicted, guy. You
yeah.
are the strongest."
Yeah, even Madara is like, out of all the taijutsu users that I've fought in
No,
my
no,
entire
no, no,
life,
no. It wasn't even, bro. He doesn't even say that. He says, "Out of all the shinobi I fought in my life, you are the strongest."
I does say taijutsu.
True, but I think I do think he also said like all the shinobi. Like he just declares him the strongest.
He does say, yeah, he just says you are the
You
strongest. He
are the
says that
strongest.
separately
Yeah,
from the all the
you
taijutsu
are the
users.
strongest. And then
Separate
just
statement.
bro, that last kick he got on him, the evening elephant night guy. He hit him with the
Night,
night guy, night guy. Just absolutely destroyed this man's entire rib cage.
oh my god, just add like this is yeah. All in the game, that's that shit. The night guy fucking takes him up the tree, kicks this man up the tree, and then just fucking falls.
And then he's
But
like,
in the anime and manga, he just kicks him into the tree, into the
yeah.
base of the tree, and just pah.
No, the game version is the hypest version.
And
Come on, don't even talk to
we
me.
get X-rays on both, like Mortal Kombat X-rays on both of them. Guy's leg shatters, right? But so does Madara's rib
Madara's
cage.
rib cage. Guy's leg shatters. Madara's rib cage just fucking destroyed, dude.
This man has a hole in his side, his chest now. It's
He's just
god
like, God
fucking
damn.
damn.
And then he's like, I
Guy.
declare you the strongest. Guy should have died. Let's talk about this. Alright, so. Alright. So Naruto shows up on the battlefield, right? And
Yep.
he saves Guy's life. Why did you kill Neji, but you didn't kill Guy? When Guy used the fucking. I'm sorry. Upsetting.
I don't actually mind this all that much.
Guy should have died, bro. And then Lee should have used the 8 gates and survived. No, just check. I don't know. That shit would have been actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that could have been fun.
No, I was thinking about this.
Um,
Lee should have used the 7 gates during this fight before. Lee should have fought Madara with the 7 gate before this. And then when that didn't work, Guy should have stepped in with the 8 gates. I thought that would have been
yeah,
cool. Because Lee doesn't get shit. And he
doesn't
can't
get
even
shit.
go 7 gates. He can only go up to the 6 gate during this.
Yep.
But, all that aside, yeah I guess I don't mind, because I like Guy. Guy's such a cool character, and I'm glad he's still alive for Naruto and beyond.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't mind it so much because of how how they explain that the 8 gates works. It's kind of just like it uses your life force, right? Kind of
True, but Naruto just
it,
says
or
no
it
to it. He just Naruto just says,
well yeah, because he just kind of while it's like while the flame of his life force is kind of flickering out, Naruto just says like he kind of sparks it again. He
yeah,
kind of
but
puts
Naruto got hacks.
a little bit more.
Naruto just get hacks during this part, anyways. So.
Yeah.
All right. So Naruto and Sasuke are sharing the same dream. They don't know that they're sharing the same dream right away, because they're sort of in
Mhm.
different dream planes. But they both meet the Sage of Six Paths, Hagoromo,
Yeah.
and it was pretty. It starts off pretty funny because he's like talking all fancy and shit, and Naruto's like, "I got no idea what the fuck you're saying."
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was kind of funny.
Uh,
He talks like really old, like a really olden speak, but then he eventually copies Naruto's way of speaking, um, and then it's kind of the whole gag. Um, but then then they start talking normally, and
mhm.
then he explains that Naruto is the
A
reincarnation of
reincarnation
one of
of
his
one of
son
his older
Ashura
son,
and
his younger son, Ashura. You're right.
yeah, Ashura, and then
Sasuke is the reincarnation of the elder son, Indra.
Indara. Yeah, Indra.
Indra.
Indra. Yeah, you're right.
Um,
Um,
and so the previous incarnations were Hashirama and Madara, and they're always fated to fight each other because he was a bad father and gave all the he just gave all the power to his younger son.
yeah, Indara was like born with like all the natural talent and the
Yeah.
Sharingan and shit. But Ashura was born with nothing,
Mm.
except like like he didn't have any natural talent or anything, but he worked it hard, and the
Yeah.
whole thing.
And so
And he is also the originator of the Sharingan. So,
yes, cause like
which is interesting.
it's interesting because he talks about his mother who was feared and sort of sealed away,
Hmm.
because she was the progenitor of chakra,
Yeah.
and she had the Renegon and the Byakugan, which is funny that the Byakugan gets brought back here like this. And then he inherits the Renegon, but the Renegon don't get inherited to his children. Instead, they awaken the Sharingan Indra.
Yeah. And
Um,
Ashura gets wood style.
which is
Right away.
why the Sharingan is like can evolve into the Renegon. I still think it's like he's fucking Sharingan, bro. You need to chill. Like it's just not that serious.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah. So I need to hear what you guys want to do. Like what's up? And Naruto's like, I want to protect the world, right? That's what he says, right? I don't remember.
Something like
He says,
that.
"I'm stupid. I stupid and I don't know that much, but I want to protect my friends." Right? That's what he says. He wants to protect everybody.
Yeah.
Sasuke says something else. I don't think we hear what he says right now. I think we hear it later.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay, but he also resolves and he gives Hagoromo his answer of what he wants to do. And he's like, "All right, you guys here's this little mark. Here's all my Sage's 6 past powers. Go stop my mother from coming back, maybe."
I don't know. He just
I don't
says
think
go
he
stop
says it.
the Ten
Go
Tails from
stop the Ten
resurrecting or
Tails.
something.
Go stop the Infinite Tsukuyomi. Go stop the Ten Tails.
Yeah, go stop the Infinite
Because
Tsukuyomi.
because he thinks just Madara is just gonna get all of his mother's powers. Because if the tree finishes, that's it. Like it's over.
Yep.
It's a little.
The Infinite Tsukuyomi. Yeah.
And so they're like, I bet. And then they come back out and they come back to life, and Naruto heals everybody again, and shares all his chakra with them again. But Naruto has the Sage of 6 Pass Orbs now. Cool, and 2 staffs, like just 2 fucking sticks that are just 6 pass energy.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Sasuke doesn't have shit. He just came out. It was just like, hey, what's up?
Sasuke got the Rinnegan.
Oh yeah, he did give him the Rinnegan. You're right.
Yeah.
But they're like, yeah, we will take you down.
I don't. I find this very confusing. Because so Madara can get the Rinnegan just naturally through his Sharingan, but Sasuke only gets one Rinnegan, because he was given it by the six say.
Yeah, if he's the reincarnation, he should be able to just get the Rinnegan, right?
Yeah, just get both Rinnegan, but he only uses the one.
Yeah,
But it
Naruto
is like a
doesn't use
special
wood style,
Rinnegan.
though.
Yeah, Naruto doesn't use wood style.
Instead, no, he doesn't. Instead, he's like, Rasengan fire? Rasengan water?
Yeah, he just starts whipping out the different natured Rasengans with
like,
Senjutsu in them. It's like, huh.
It's just like, it's so funny that he just uses Rasengan, bro. Because every other fucking Sasuke is like Chidori, Susanoo, Amaterasu, like.
Yeah.
You got all these different techniques, and Rasengan?
Rasengan?
Different Rasengan? Let me find a Rasengan for you, bro. Rasen Shuriken?
Yeah.
Extra rotation Rasengan? Like, it's just so funny. Anyways, fuck, I was gonna say something else, but I got distracted by the Rasengan.
Those Rasengans got the tree down.
They do. And then they Oh right. They're light speed here. I want to say.
What?
Are they light speed here?
Probably.
This is not a because I remember because I have this panel. Madara uses a technique called Light Fang, where he just spits light in Naruto and Naruto dodges it in a frame. It came out the frame before Naruto dodges it in the next frame just by reacting to it. So
I don't remember when that happened, but it definitely did. I remember he just kind of spits light at Naruto and just
dodges that shit. So I want to say they're light speed. This is not a discussion for this video, but I just
yeah, no, they are. I'm pretty sure they are light speed at this point.
Cool. Anyway, so they basically clap this man, and they get him in the position to use. They each got like a little gift that he gave them to basically stop this man. The sixth sage Hagoromo gave them a little
Yeah.
thing on
They got,
mark on their hands to basically
yep.
just stop this man and just put him away for good. And they're right there. They're like right there.
Mm-hmm.
They're like frames away, and he just gets teleported away.
Yep.
And then Black Zetsu. And then Black Zetsu.
Yep.
It,
Uh.
and then Black.
Well, no, not
Not
not yet.
yet. Not yet.
Hold on.
I
Hold
know.
on.
Like, come on. It's
Yeah, no,
pretty
that
soon.
well, but that okay. That doesn't. Not yet. Not yet. The Infinite Tsukiyomi activates. I'm
Right.
pretty
That
sure.
does happen first.
Yeah, and that's a big thing.
It's not that. It's not that big a deal.
um.
No, bro. Come on. What you talking about?
um. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of this like final fight of Madara and like Naruto Sasuke versus everybody. Um. Oh yeah, and then Madara steals Kakashi's Sharingan.
He does. Oh, I forgot that he does that.
Yeah,
He
so
does
you
do
can use the
that.
Kamui. Uh, uh,
Because they try to destroy the Renegon, and then he uses a Kamui to teleport them away. And then
yeah.
Obito's here, and he's trying to, he's with Sakura, and he's trying to teleport them back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then I think Madara gets his other Rinnegan back. Um, and then yeah, Team Seven kind of attacks them together.
Right, and then yeah, and then Obito Madara reveals that actually it was fucking him that killed Rin because he fucking was the one who was sent all the shinobi after her.
Oh yeah.
And then Obito was like, "Damn, bruh, fuck you." And then Naruto fixes Kakashi's eye.
Hmm. Yeah.
And then yeah, and then he activates the Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Yep.
And it,
Kind of. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And he casts it on the moon, and then everybody starts having a dream, fall asleep.
Yeah, everybody has their ideal dreams. Josh screenshotted
Yep.
all these dreams, so hold on.
Yeah, they're good. They're good dreams. Everybody except for the Edo Tensei, which include the Hokage at the moment.
Yeah, this one the
And
third comes back.
this is when the third comes back.
And I was like,
And then yeah, and then Team Seven is saved because Sasuke's like, just get in the Susanoo, that'll protect you for some reason.
yeah, and it did. It does, and he does, and he puts everybody in the Susanoo, and it just they're not in the Infinite Tsukuyomi.
Yep, because the Susanoo is the ultimate defense, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
And then Sasuke's like, Sasuke fucking rude for no reason. He's like, Kakashi and Sakura, y'all are fucking useless.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna finish this man off. And he's like, and then Naruto's like, okay, well we're gonna have to do it together, but all right.
For yeah, and then and then
Yeah, and then this is where so they start fighting him a little bit, and then Madara is like slowly lowers himself back to earth, and he's like, I am the savior of the world. And
right.
and then Team Seven, Sasuke's like, I'm finna kick your ass, and he pulls out the Susanoo, and then right as all that shit's happening, it's just like Black Zetsu out of fucking nowhere,
Out of goddamn
out
nowhere,
of really fucking nowhere, he just pops out,
stabs
stabs
this
this
man in the
man
back.
through the chest, saying that he's saying like, hey man, Mater, you aren't the savior. I'm bringing out the real savior.
Yeah. I'm actually not your will. I'm Kaguya's
Kaguya's
will.
will. And then Kaguya fucking, like, Mater starts fucking, like, you know, I don't know, that's the noise I think of, I don't know why. You know, like, just starts molding into fucking weirdness.
Yeah.
And then out of Madara, just fucking Kaguya Otsutsuki.
Yep.
Who the fuck are you?
I don't know. This shit comes out of nowhere, and it's also where we're ending this
That
episode.
is where the end of. We will finish Naruto off next week, and we will talk about this. We will talk about this, man.
Oh my god, we will talk about this.
Overall, we only have like 20 chapters to go from 30 chapters to go
30,
from.
about 30 chapters,
Like,
yeah.
let me just tell you that the Kaguya stuff only takes like 12 of the chapters to wrap up.
It's like a solid, like, actually, like 20, like 15, 20 chapters, I'm pretty sure.
I'm about to look at it. I need to know. But like, yeah, that's where we're ending it off. That's the fourth grade. The fourth grade's
Yeah.
over. Like, it's done. Like, this is it.
Yeah, Madara is pretty much gone. Kaguya's taken his place.
Yeah.
But everybody's trapped in the infinite Tsukiyomi. The Ten Tails been resurrected and shit. It's things are looking pretty grim, But Naruto and Sasuke got hacks now, so
Yeah, and they still got the thing. They can still seal her away using
yeah,
Hagoromo's
they got
gift.
the sun and moon thing.
But yeah, next time we talk about how cracked Kaguya is and how not cracked Naruto is. The manga Naruto, not the character Naruto.
Yeah.
That's how
Boy.
we stop sucking this man's toes, man. We're spitting them bitches back out.
God. I'd say we're spinning this man's toes about for about the next 20 chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's
all.
it. That's it. Next time, bro. Next time, you'll just come back here, bro. All right. It'll be worth it. Next video won't be so fucking all over the place. It'll be more it'll be a lot more focused.
Yeah, we have a lot less to cover.
A lot less to cover in one video, but yeah, that's Naruto. So you better fucking believe it, bro. See you guys.
You better believe it.
Oh yeah.